Hey, this is Michael with Elite Truck. In today's video, we're going to be giving you a detailed look at SpitzLift, which is a new brand to our website. SpitzLift is a mobile crane system that can be attached in a variety of ways, but in today's video, we're going to be installing it onto the 2-inch receiver hitch on this truck. One of the major benefits with SpitzLift is that it's made in the USA, and the crane itself is made out of aluminum, so it's very lightweight. It's easy to operate by yourself. A lot of our commercial users have been using this to pick up engines, generators, and HVAC equipment, put them into the truck bed, and honestly, the options are endless as long as you keep the weight within the rated spec. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this unit unboxed and show you all some different components that come with the kit. So as you can see, there's really just two pieces that make up this entire system. We've got the crane right here, which like I said is made out of aluminum. It's a lot lighter than your average steel crane that you might be used to. And then there's the mounting portion right here. That's gonna go onto the truck, specifically into the hitch in this application. The model that we're showing you in this video is the manual crank option. They do have a powered option with an electric motor instead. So if you're looking for the easiest lifting operation possible, or if you've got multiple items to be moved in and out of the truck frequently, I would probably recommend going with that. But for what we're gonna be using this crane for, this manual option is gonna be just fine. Another thing to keep in mind with SpitzLift is that although we are just using the hitch mounted option, they do have a lot of other vehicle options as well. If you wanted one to go inside of a van, on top of a service body, or even in the back of a pickup truck. All right, now let's go ahead and get this unit installed on the truck and show you guys how it works. So just one thing to note before we go ahead and install this receiver arm is that it can be oriented either way on this truck. So what I mean by that is you can either mount it like this, or you can flip it over and mount it on this side. And that's important because you can either have the crane on the driver or passenger side, depending on where you have this oriented. Typically, we recommend having it on the driver's side because the crane handle is gonna be a little bit less obstructed than it would be potentially on the passenger side. So that's what we're gonna do on this install. One thing you wanna make sure that you do before you're finished actually putting this receiver arm into the receiver hitch of the truck is to take this strap and cam buckle right here and go ahead and feed it on from that end where the receiver arm goes into the receiver hitch. Feed it on, bring it over here, and that's what you're gonna use to secure the arm down into this. All right, now that we've got the mounting portion done, we're gonna work on getting the crane set up. First step is gonna be removing the Velcro strap on the crane. Then you're gonna work on getting the pins pulled out of the body of the crane. Next thing you're gonna do is separate the two crane arms from each other. Rotate the pipe down, align the hole with the bottom arm to the pipe, and reinstall the pin. So now that you've got the bottom mounting pin set, you're gonna move to the top pin. Make sure that you align the slot on the arm correctly together. Depending on the weight of the item that you're gonna be lifting, you're gonna go ahead and select the appropriate pin position for that item's weight. We'll talk about this more in the next section of the video. So now that you've got the crane assembled, you're gonna go ahead and drop it into the pedestal mount. Make sure it's fully seated in both of the hoops. All right, so as you can see, we've got the unit completely installed and put onto the truck. I was able to manage doing it by myself. The unit's very lightweight, easy to maneuver. One thing to notice as you're doing this install is that there's a maximum lifting capacity sticker right here. So make sure, depending on what you're picking up, that the pin is oriented in the correct hole. We've got 700, 650, 600, so on and so forth. Another thing to keep in mind is that this boom angle is going to change as you put these pins in the different holes that they've got right here. So like I mentioned earlier, SpitzLift does offer two different hoist options. They've got the manual one, which is what we've got here, and then they've got the electronic one. Now, this manual one is different than a standard because it doesn't have any sort of directional lever. So if you want to let the load down, all you have to do is just back the handle up this way. And if you want to tighten it, you simply turn it back the other way. And that's really nice because there's no worry about the load dropping if you let your hand off and this thing's not going to spin out of control. It simply holds. And so I'm pulling on it right now and no extra fabric is going out. The handle's not moving anywhere. So really nice feature. So we wanted to give you guys an idea of what the SpitzLift looks like while it's in use. We had a Fab 4s to come a front bumper here in the office and we figured that it would make a pretty good item to lift up. Another nice thing about this crane unit is that it has the ability to swing the boom very easily with just one person using one hand to maneuver the object into the truck bed. All right, I hope you all have enjoyed getting to see a detailed look at SpitzLift today. If this is a product that you could see on your truck or van and you need some help deciding between a certain model, feel free to give our team a call or simply go online at elitetruck.com and order one today. Thanks for hanging out. This is Michael with Elite Truck.